Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is May the 16th. Thank you for being here. This is our first update focusing only on the negotiations that have concluded in Turkey. I have the full results, as you can see by the title of the video itself and by the thumbnail that you can see here. Putin is absolutely insane. And in my honest opinion, there were a couple of positive things too from the talks in Turkey. But other than that, it was a complete failure. And I will explain to you why and even show you video. Thank you for being here, liking, subscribing, and commenting. We're pushing towards 60,000 subscribers. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you as we stand together to fight for the truth, because it's only going to get worse. Not only in Russia and Ukraine, but around the world. It's absolute chaos right now. And the best thing we can do is stand together. So let's get right to it. This is actually a picture of the negotiating room. I can tell you the Americans were rejected. The Americans were asked by the Russian delegation not to be there. And here you can even see the initial image. Ukrainians on the left, Russians on the right, a couple of Turkish guys in the middle. They actually had to leave as well. So it was just a direct conversation between Ukraine and Russia. Yes, Putin will use that to his validation, because he'll say, hey, we had direct talks between Ukraine and Russia. That's exactly what will come from that. Now, I'll give you a little video here. This is them sitting there. And that's about it. They got ready and they got going and they talked. I can tell you that the meeting happened in two phases. The first phase lasting about an hour and a half, not going too well. Then the news came out that the talks were over, but that's why you wait. Those initial notifications were absolutely incorrect. The delegations came back for about another hour, and then Russia left. And that's what happened. They didn't conclude with a handshake. Russia left the discussions. So this is the results, and I think we'll start here. An overview of the negotiations. They contain two separate small sessions. Russia rejected any American or Turkish presidents. USA departed. And it was not Rubio, lower level guys. Talks were in Russian language. That's reported by Goncharenko, a deputy there in Ukraine. Russia demanded recognition of the four regions and a complete withdrawal of all Ukrainian military from Kherson region, Zaporizhia, Donetsk, and Lugansk. Ladies and gentlemen, that means that Ukraine pulls their military out. They leave, abandon the regions, give them to Russia. That includes the cities of Zaporizhia and Kherson. Not going to happen. Ukraine rejected. Then a break happened. Coming back after the break, Ukraine requested an unconditional ceasefire. Russia said, we're not here to talk about a ceasefire. They rejected and they departed the meeting. And they stated on their way out the door that you messed up today, Ukraine, because next time we sit down, we will not be talking about four regions, but we will be talking about 5 regions. We're coming for Sumy and we're coming for Kharkiv. We do have the positive news. A potential 1,000 for 1,000 prisoner exchange may happen. And both sides are saying, so we expect that to happen. And discussion of future meeting between presidents will be conveyed or noted to Moscow. Here's the actual video of the Russian delegation.
Dear colleagues, direct talks with Ukraine initiated by Russia's president have just concluded. Overall, we're pleased with the outcome and ready to continue dialogue. What did we agree on? First, the major prisoner exchange, 1,000 for 1,000, will occur in the coming days. Second, Ukraine requested direct talks between heads of state. We've noted this request. And third, each side will detail its vision for a potential future ceasefire. Once these visions are presented, we agree it's wise to continue our talks. Thank you.
So if anybody wants to say, okay, well, this come out, no, this was positive. No, it's not positive. It's not positive at all, because instead of talking about 4 regions, now they want to talk about 5. Now each side can go back and draw up plans to have another talk, and then we'll discuss them again at some other time. And we've noted, translated's good. We've noted that Zelensky wants to talk to Putin. We'll convey that message. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of my summary here. That's Putin on his donkey with his 4 low-level guys that he sent to Turkey. I'm being polite. Ukrainian response. This response came directly from the guy on the right. His name is Umarov. He is the defense minister. He said, there is no ceasefire, period. The Russian Federation crossed our red line and set conditions on territory withdrawals, the complete withdrawal of the armed forces of Ukraine from all 4 regions, as I've already discussed with you. The parties agreed to conduct the largest exchange of prisoners of war since the beginning of the full-scale one, 1,000 for 1,000. This is very large scale, and this is a positive breakthrough. We'd love to exchange all the prisoners, to be honest. Putin sent a low-grade team incapable of making any serious decisions, now threatening Sumy and Kharkiv directly. Speaks of an unwillingness to reach a compromise. This is why I stand behind my title, my thumbnail, 100%. They threatened a 5th region, Sumy and Kharkiv. Russia's already in Sumy region, guys. Russia is already in Kharkiv region, and they're 1 kilometer from being in the Dnipropetrovsk region. It's unbelievable what we're witnessing. If you can look at this any other way than not so positive, I don't understand that. So the very fact, this is what he said, of holding today's negotiation after a long pause is a positive signal. And that's what I said. That's the only positive signal, and the prisoner exchange. But he says, we saw that the Russian rhetoric has not softened. Nothing has changed. And I would say it's actually hardened, because now we're not talking about 4 regions. Now, Putin is threatening 5 or 6. It's just the way it is. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Our moderation team, thanks. People in our Discord have a blast in there. It's so wonderful atmosphere. Maybe consider joining that. The link's in the description. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for helping us get the message out. Be blessed and be ready. Have the notification bell on, because a lot is unfolding, and we're going to be back at you very soon. Thank you.